please welcome Gabriela Kovac, The Magic Bubble.
My grandfather Vilmos was Jewish, and he had a quandary. How could he, by seeing what could happen, how could he protect his family and his children? He looked at his son Andor. Now Andor had reddish blonde hair, and he did not look Jewish. The family didn't look Jewish. And he mixed with Jews and non-Jews alike. He was very likable and very well accepted. But his daughter, Georgina, had dark black hair, dark skin, and she definitely looked Jewish. So he wanted to come up with a plan. So what he thought was, he will teach her himself, took her out of school. And the first thing he did was teach her 3 proverbs. And they were, the streets are paved with gold. All you have to do is know how to pick it up. The second one was, next to every door that closes, another one will open. And the third one was, never ever show fear. Even a dog can smell fear and it will bite you. Now, how to have these 3 proverbs for a little girl? He came up with an idea. The idea was, put her in a magic bubble and say to her that she is a princess in a magic bubble. From the magic bubble, Georgina could see out, and she could see if the people could see her. But whatever she wanted, any goal she wanted, she could get. But the dangers of the world would not come in. She was secure in her bubble. And in her bubble, she had time to think of how to handle the problems that she was faced by. Would you like to be in a magic bubble like that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, but any idea, anybody has an idea of what would they do in a magic bubble like that?
I would bounce around. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I think so. I think it'd be a great idea to be in a magic bubble like that. And Georgina was actually grew up in her magic bubble. When she was older, the family's fortune went, and they were forced to go and live on a farm. But Georgina decided, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go to Budapest, which is the capital of Hungary, and I'm going to try my luck there. And she succeeded. It was after the war, and when there was communism. And I was about 4 years old, and the secret police came into our house, uninvited of course, and they got us all into one room, my dad and my grandmother and my elder brother. And they decided to interrogate me, because I was 4 years old and I was the youngest, so I thought that would have been the most effect for the others to be more in fear. I was petrified. My grandmother and my dad were looking at the floor. They didn't dare to look at me. They didn't look at me. And I could feel and smell the fear in the room. And then Georgina, my mother, came out in this dressing gown, which is pure silk, hand-woven, in Chanel No. 5 perfume. This is in the middle of communism. And she said to the policeman, you put that child down. And you could all see, like a magic bubble, like an aura around her. The man had his jaw open. He didn't know what to do. She controlled him, not the other way around. She was in her bubble, and she showed no fear. He put me down, and then she said, "I'll be with you shortly." And she handled the danger for our family. This is why I wrote the book. So some of you may be able to help you and give you a guide on how to handle your own lives. And all I had left was the real inheritance, 3 proverbs and a magic bubble. And I wrote a book about my mother Georgina. And my life changed. It became a different life. And that is what I want to explain to all of you. I now know that I am in that magic bubble. And yes, the streets are paved with gold. So for any one of you, if you have your own walls, if you have your own private stops in life, what you have to do is see that the streets are paved with gold, that every door closes, another one will open. And yes, I also want you all to understand what I'm talking about and definitely be in a magic bubble. Thank you.